is transforming the way both partners and ISVs kind of create their solutions, as you were stating earlier about one of your clients and how they're using AI. When it comes to marketing, though, what have you seen so far partners are doing to sort of make an impact through AI? How can they do that? And what do you think they should do throughout 2025, given the available tools right now, as I'm sure there'll be more and more released throughout the year?
It is, as in every market, marketing is completely disrupted by AI, not just in the tools available, but also in the way that marketers have to market. So one term I threw out there, which I don't know how many of your audience members would be familiar with, but SEO, search engine optimization, is how marketers have tried to rank in search engines, which is typically where people will type in a search phrase and get an answer and go to a website. With the dawn of AI and so many people just going to answer engines, like, I don't need a search engine, I just need an answer. The way that marketers have to adapt to answer these prompts, which are not like a search phrase, like that's not how they're prompted. It's a completely different approach to what we, since the early 2000s, have been targeting for ranking on search engines. So that's one transformative way that marketers and marketing have to adapt to be able to market in 2025, is that adoption of AI is only increasing. And so that change is happening. We're running tests with our clients right now and all sorts of content marketing to test how AEO is affecting and impacting what that search engine is, right? I did talk a lot last year, and I believe it was the session that I gave at the partner marketing event around how Microsoft partners could use AI to transform their marketing. And actually, we had a great lively discussion in that room. Like I did talk about it, but there were so many great ideas. It was such a great session of just like collective discussion around how we were using it, what tools were being used, what people were finding effective. It was a fun place to be able to just talk about how people were using it. But we went on and did a follow-up session. We have a webinar on our website on how partners can effectively use AI. And it's here to stay. You're going to have to figure out how to use it. It's not going anywhere, but it is a tool. Yeah. Like it's a tool like any other marketing tool. So they can go to mavencollectivemarketing.com and watch that on demand now. It's free. It's there. Go ahead and find it. And I would say, most importantly, I think when partners think about AI and marketing, and I feel like you would back me up here on this, Adam, is that it does not replace the experience and expertise and know-how of your marketing team, of your marketing strategists. Like,
I agree.
It's certainly a great tool. It's helping us find efficiencies in ways we hadn't before, but it can't replace, we're 20 years in the Microsoft partner ecosystem ourselves. Like, to try to think that AI understands that nuance, understands that relational value, can give you the answers that someone like you, Adam, or someone like myself that have been in this system, been in this ecosystem, has seen the evolution and has the experience to draw on it. It's just not that. But it can help you gain speed and efficiency. It just won't replace human intelligence and experience.
Yeah. The speed and efficiency, I agree with 100%. I think it can give you somewhat of a baseline for an idea, maybe, but it needs that human touch. It needs that human finesse. It needs that element of human creativity to kind of, move it forward. So I completely agree with you. I don't see any AI tools replacing marketing teams. That's not going to happen.
Actually, there was a really cool, I'll give like one example of how AI has helped just with ideation, like you were saying. I was at headquarters in Redmond at a communications event, and they had the chief communication officer up there speaking from Microsoft, Frank. And one thing that he said that was just like blew my mind about prompts, and I don't know why I didn't think about this before, was, when he's brainstorming, he doesn't say like, give me a title for XYZ. He's like, give me 25. Like, give me 25 titles right out the gate. And then, I'll pick a few to ideate on. But if you try to go to a colleague and say, give me 25 titles for XYZ, they would be furiously trying to come up with 20, and that wouldn't be in a microsecond that you'd have 25 titles.
No.
It would be an exercise they'd come back to you later that day.
Oh, yeah.
So just the power in ideating with AI to get that much further faster. Now you have to be aware that AI repeats itself. It's learning from what everything else is out there. So you still have to bring that human element. You still have to be able to bring those unique ideas and perspectives that only you can create, being, a creator and not a learning engine that's just learning
Sure.
everything that's out there. But so basic, but
Yeah.
how much faster do you get these 25 ideas that you can ideate on?
Exactly. I agree 100%. So there's a lot of different things that partners need to do when it comes to AI, aside from marketing, aside from kind of adapting it to their own technologies that they create and sort of learning all about them from Microsoft. And then there's the other huge part of it, which is how do they talk about it to their clients?
Mm.
Because it's one thing for them to know, but if they want their clients to adopt it, what do you think? What's a good approach for partners to take to discuss AI with their clients and everything that's available?
Yeah, I feel like this is an area that everyone's navigating. We're navigating it. We're
Yeah.
talking to our clients about AI. I'm sure you're talking to your clients about AI. So
Mhm.
it's certainly something that in most industries you're having to navigate this interesting tool that also presents a level of risk and a level of compliance and a level of insecurity, job instability, all of these things. So, I'll tell you what we do is it just takes a strong communication consistently to help establish boundaries of where
Mhm.
you and your clients want to use AI and agree that it's useful, not detracting or not harmful. Make sure that you have a defined value of like, what do you want to get out of AI? Because that helps you stay attuned to the goal. As I said, like for us and for our clients, like it doesn't replace what we do for them.
Yeah.
Certainly a nice tool to use, and it can get us, for example, ideating or drafting faster, but it doesn't help with building unique strategy, positioning, approach, and
Mhm.
that would be the same, I feel like, for partners having that conversation about AI. Some partners may look at it as a risk, like there are things that clients ask me to do that now maybe AI can
Mhm.
do for them.
Mhm.
But all of that work of how do you create the boundaries in which AI can do that for them? And how do you help evolve how AI can be used moving forward to get further value out of it? Maybe AI can do something at a greater scale and at a faster scale than the human that was doing it. But that human still needs to teach AI how to do it or give it,
Yeah.
the framework so it can do it. And so it's a real opportunity for partners to open that new
Mm.
body of work with their clients and have that different conversation with their clients. And so rather than seeing it as a risk or a fear, and there are some clients that feel that way as well, just getting that first conversation and continuing those strong communications around it and defining that value, in our experience, makes it all the difference.
Interesting. Yeah, I agree. I like when you said the client really needs to sort of have a defined need in mind for
Mm.
AI. So they don't necessarily look at it as holistically, but they look at it in a way to help optimize a very specific thing that they need. When you put it in the context of that, I think that's a lot more palatable for users to really understand because then
And
it
giving
becomes
them,
yeah.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. I'm done.
Oh, I was just going to say, and giving them real scenarios of AI. So right
Mm,
now, AI is like this kind of superfluous, can do
yeah.
everything. And also, I don't understand exactly what it can do.
Yeah,
And so
exactly.
it's kind of scary and big. And how does it actually help me? So I'll draw back to this client that's heavily using AI
Sure.
in specific industries. One example they gave us today was for healthcare. One of their clients is in nursing homes, and there's menus of food and there's also supplies of food. And of course, those things have to coexist. So
Mhm.
they are actually putting the supplies of food against the menus that they have, like the palatable menus and kind of the dietary menus that they need to deliver to their patients in
Mhm.
their care, and determining how this ingredients can then fit into how they roll out their menu. So it's like,
Mhm.
I have X amount of carrots, this
Yeah.
and chicken and broccoli, and this menu item has those same ingredients. So like that gets scheduled for a Monday because all of that fresh came in on a Sunday. And it's
Yeah.
and it's actually determining that menu and fitting the dietary needs and
Mm.
making sure that they're maximizing use of food without spoilage. And that's just by loading raw ingredients and menus into number of meals and all of those things, dietary restrictions into AI, and AI is sharpening that. Something
Yeah.
that typically a manager would have to do and talk to so many
Mm.
people and get all of that information. Like it
Hmm.
actually can just like roll out the menu with that information
Yeah.
involved.
So practical application.
Practice,
It's
yeah,
like-
really
yeah,
make it, and that was a use case kept showing them something else that was happening in healthcare.
sure, sure.
They also gave us a great demonstration on a doctor's office calling and confirming appointments using an AI
Oh,
voice, which was
interesting.
very cool.
Yeah, that is
And
cool.
the dialogue was like take them through, confirm, name and birth date, and that they still can come in at the time they can't. Oh, they can't come in at the time they can't. You can actually hook an API into a scheduling calendar. They can give them other
Huh.
options. It automatically
Well,
gets scheduled.
that
It
is
has
pretty
all the
cool. I can see how that would be super efficient.
Yeah, so just
Yeah,
giving
really
your
interesting.
clients even like opening the door with these really little use cases that
Mm,
may be something that they need or may be something that they don't need, but a
sure.
different need comes out of seeing it used that way.
Yeah.
That's a great way to open the conversation and define that kind of
Hmm.
boundary and need out of the gate. So it's not this just like superfluous idea of this crazy technology that they could not understand how it would
Yeah.
apply in their unique scenario.
Hmm. Interesting. It's a very cool way of looking at it. So we could talk about AI probably for another
Totally.
36 hours. Yeah.
And I'm
So
sure they could listen to other people talk about AI for even longer. So
exactly.
yeah, we
Yeah.
should wrap it
Yeah. Yeah.
up.